Let's go.
Welcome to Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. Hello, I'm Rachel, and I'm here with my best friend, Joy Blazes Bitch. Dog of the day, Blaze Boy.
Blaze Boy.
How you doing, Miss Joy?
Oh, I'm good. I already told you how my morning was going. Focusing on the positive, you know.
Yeah, people just suck. It is Memorial Day while we're recording this. Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day to you
Oh,
too.
Memorial Day. Oh, Memorial Day. May we remember the Memorial Day.
Okay. Yay!
Why don't we have a song for Memorial Day?
There could be one. We might want to ask Google before we assume. I wonder if
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, I have no idea. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. No, was not me. I did not think about that.
But I think that if there is a song for Memorial Day, it should be changed to what we just sang because I thought it was pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some like trumpet song they play.
Probably.
You know, I think I've been with my dad to some Memorial Day stuff at some grave sites, and I feel like there was a lot of trumpet playing. That seems very military.
Yeah.
Just a trumpet.
Yeah.
We should switch it.
Like. Sorry, that was Blue's Clues.
I never watched that.
Oh. I don't know where to go with the conversation now.
I hate when I get in those modes where I can't remember how to carry a conversation.
Yeah, if it's just my brain is done today after what I went through this morning. If you're just like, I don't know that, I'm going to be like, okay. And then we're going to sit here till something else comes up because I don't know.
Sorry, I will try and yes and you today.
Oh, thank you.
I will not try and roadblock you. My goodness. Just for future reference, if someone's like, oh, I've never watched that, you could be like, oh, why not? Or you can say, well, I have, and this is why. Just, if you need some conversation tips.
I appreciate that, and I will write that down in my book. Thank you so much.
I wish there were just people just wrote down in one book all the random shit that I've said. Because Emily used to be like, put it on a throw pillow. And I'm like, I want to know all of those things I've said. Because I'm sure everyone has some amazing one-liners.
Oh, for sure.
Our friend Zara, we call them Zarisms. She says things wrong all the time. Like, she'll be like, it's all uphill from here. And we're like, no, it's all good from here. And she's like, what? We're like, it's all downhill from here. She's like, no, but downhill sounds like it's a negative thing. Like, she switches everything up.
She probably pictures herself rolling down the hill.
She's like, yeah. She's like, no, downhill is like all bad. It's all down.
Right.
Up at the top, you get a better view.
One of my favorite, like, little small quotes is, at the end of the day gonna end. That's, I like that one so much.
the day gonna end. Oh, I love that.
Oh, man.
Okay. Whew. We started off strong by accident.
We did.
Okay. I did not look into my segments. I came up with the chunk and I was like, done. I forgot that I have segments. So
we're still learning. We're still growing. We're still evolving.
So I really quickly went into my comments and someone said, next episode, can you do another Ask Me Anything? So for next episode, I'm going to do another Ask Me Anything. So please leave your questions down below. I will also ask Instagram for you guys to submit those. I was trying to do a question of the day, but you can just ask all of them in one time. And then there is a Rachel's Rewind. That's my rewind sound. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
I like how you have sounds for certain things.
I don't want to put sound effects in. That is too much time in editing.
Hey, do what you got to do.
So I just do it right here, right now. Get it done with. Last episode, someone had asked, is there anything you've ever wanted to test but couldn't find? And I said, no, but there have been things I've wanted to test, but they're too expensive. And someone said, they followed up and said, why don't you just test the dupes of them? Like the knockoff versions.
Okay.
But it's because I feel I need to have the original to test it against that.
Totally, I agree.
Because I've done testing different AirPods, and it's because I owned the AirPod Pros, I had the control substance.
Right.
The thing that we were testing everything against.
Right. Because is it worth it to spend your money on the higher product or?
Yeah, because if someone just gives you a pencil and they're like, here's a pencil. I'm like, great. This is a good pencil. Thank you for this. But if someone gives you
really like
a
this
pencil,
number 2.
Yeah. Where's number 1 and 3?
I don't
Do those
know.
exist?
I don't know.
Whoever invented the number 1 pencil, you're dumb.
I always thought it was funny too in school. It's like, you need a number 2 pencil. And I'm just like, I feel like all the pencils I'm coming across are 2. So
does anyone have a 1? Has anyone made that mistake of having a number 1?
Or is it just called like number 2 pencil, but then you also have mechanical pencil? Like, is that just the name of
Is that the brand?
Oh.
Where's number 1 and why do we hate it so much?
I don't know. All I know is it's very satisfying to stick a number 2 in a sharpener and sit there and just watch it go.
Were you that kid that would just get up and do that during class?
Oh, yeah. If I needed to walk, I had to walk. I'm going to the sharpener.
I didn't like normal pencils. I liked a mechanical pencil.
The grinding one. You remember that shit?
Oh, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I loved a mechanical pencil, 0.5.
I always broke that shit.
Oh, I loved a 0.5. The Bic ones that had like the gel on the outside so you can hold it, right?
Yeah, I did like the little gel things.
And you twist the eraser up and down.
Yes, I did like a good gel pencil. Pen, all the different colors and sparkly
my sister
colors.
did that shit.
Oh, yeah,
my sister would color code stuff in her notebook. I personally just pencil to paper. That's it. Mechanical 0.5. Don't give me 0.75. That's too thick. That's ridiculous.
You don't want too thin, you want too thick, you want it just right in the middle.
That's like giving me a number 1 pencil if you gave me a 0.75 mechanical pencil. Don't bring that up in my notebook.
Don't bring it around.
Anyway, but what I was saying was, you can hand me a normal number 2 pencil and I wouldn't know anything. And I'd just be like, this is a pencil. But then if you handed me a big 0.5 mechanical pencil, I'd be like, oh shit, this normal number 2 pencil is bull. But without the other one, I wouldn't know it's crap.
Totally.
So in order to test the knockoffs, the dupes, I need the original. I need the high quality product, but I don't want to pay for that.
Yep, I agree.
So unless I plan on returning it, which that just seems like a whole effort.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Blaze is now going to drink some water in the middle of this podcast, as he does. This bro won't drink water. He'll go on a water strike for 3 days until I record a podcast. And then he's like, I'm suddenly parched.
He says podcast time is fart time and water time.
It really is. All right. And then before we move on to our sponsor for today, let us do what pisses me off.
Let's do it.
So if this one, okay, I don't remember. This one might be funny. Okay. If I don't get a cackle from you, we're going to keep going until I do, because now I've set the bar so high on how you react to my book.
Yeah, that last one was good.
All right, here we go. Number 36. You know what pisses me off? Right now it's Blaze. He's got to fucking calm down again.
Lay down.
I
will love you.
He leaves and comes back and has to do his whole hellos all over again.
I know. I'm going to take your car off for a second too because it's loud.
Thank you. All right, buddy. You ready? Okay. You know what pisses me off?
What?
Line cutters. And it reads, why do you think you're more special than me? My mama actually told me that I'm the most special. So if you think you are sadly mistaken. You have no right to cut in line. People have been waiting. We all have the same goal. We are all humans, and society says we have to wait in line. And whether you like it or not, you are part of this society. Therefore, you have to wait in line like the rest of us. Also, if you ask one person if you can cut in front of them and they say it's okay, it's still not okay, because you have to ask the 50 other people behind them that it's also affecting. You think you are so polite because you got permission from one person, but what about the rest of us? Most line cutters know that the majority of people will not confront them. It's awkward and you look petty, but unfortunately for any line cutter out there, I am not most people. I will yell, I will bring attention to you and your rule-breaking self, and I will make you get to your rightful place, to the back of the line.
That one, I feel like it didn't make me laugh because I agree with it so hard, because I can't tell you how many times it happens to me where I'm in line and it's like I'm invisible.
Yeah.
And somebody just comes up and goes right around me to just ask somebody a question that's either helping me or I'm waiting for the person in front of me to be done so I can go up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get you have a question, so you think that, oh, it's just a quick question, so let me go to the front of the line and just ask real quick. I'm waiting to ask a question too.
Yes.
Like there's just no...
I stand true to this where I say something. I will always say something. I was at Target trying to buy a new phone, and the tech guy was helping someone else, and then I was standing there waiting my fucking turn. And the tech guy then like finished his conversation, looked at me and started talking to me. And we were 3 sentences into this conversation. Like we had just started, but it was we were speaking to each other. And a guy walked right up and mid sentence just started talking to the tech guy. And the tech guy looked over and started talking to him. And I go, oh, his turn, I guess.
Oh, good for you.
And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you're good. Just go. What do you want? And he was like, no, I'm sorry. And he's like, I'll find someone else, and walked away. But I was like,
no, good for you.
I was in the middle of asking a question.
Right. The other night I was at Tony's Pizza, and the people right in front of me were almost done ordering their order. All I wanted to do was get one more drink. So I knew it wasn't going to be this long thing. And as I'm waiting there, I'd already waited there maybe like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
As I'm waiting there, this lady comes up who clearly needs like a refill for her drink. And so she just kind of like assesses, like looks at me, assesses the situation, assesses them, and just starts to make her way to like go up and talk, but then realize like there's, the entrance is small, so she can't really push around them. So she kind of like hovers back, but between us. So I am just like just kind of move up and like get myself kind of around her. And then she looks at me and go, I'm in line. And she goes, oh, well, I just need I was like, yeah, I'm in line. Like I cut her off because I know what you need. You need a refill. But I cut her off and I'm like, I'm in line. And she's like, oh, okay. And just like waits behind me. But just to make it more like of a thing. And I'm kind of pissed I did this. But once it was my turn, I turned around, looked at her and said, go ahead and get your refill. And I let her go in front of me.
Yeah.
But then she goes in front of me and she proceeds to also order more things. And I was like, that's what I get for trying to be nice.
Fuck that.
Yeah, she should have just been like, no, it's okay, you go, But she went in, got a refill, and had a whole nother order to make.
That's actually fucked up. I would have said something in that situation. I did it the other day at Bottle Rock. Everyone was, how like they put things up for people to take pictures on. Mm-hmm. And there was a line of people. And you know how when that's happening, the line is usually set back a little bit.
Okay.
Away from the thing so that people can have space to take the photo.
Right.
So there's a line. We've been waiting for 5 minutes to take a line in this like disco square thing. And there's about 5 people in front of me. And some chicks from the side just come and hop right up and are about to take a picture. And everyone just goes, what? And I was like, no one's going to do it? Fine. So I got out of line. I said, excuse me, there's actually a line. And they're like, oh my God. And I was like, I was really nice. I was like, I know it's hard to see because we're all like set back a little bit, but there's a line back there.
Good for you.
And everyone was like, thank you. And I was like, no one wants to fucking just do it.
Yeah. I gotta just do it. This isn't like cutting in line, but the other thing that happened recently that pissed me off was I was in line at Ross, and at Ross, they do have like, they want you to wait behind the line before you go up to like the registers, right? And so it was only one guy behind the register. Yes, there was a line, but it is what it is. That shit doesn't bother me. Like, it's not their fault, So I'm waiting in line, and it's almost my turn, but it says, please wait here till like you're called. Yeah. And so the guy was all done with the lady, and she was walking out, but he clearly was like fixing up his drawer for the next person to like come in. Mm-hmm. So I was waiting, and the lady behind me literally was like, you can go. And I was like, it literally says, please wait here till you're called. Like, I pointed out the sign. I was like, it says, please wait here. And she just like didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, you're the kind of person that just doesn't care and would just walk up. And it took him like 3 minutes. He needed to change the drawer over. It took him 3. The whole time she's behind me like, oh my God, and she's talking to the other person like, they don't have someone else on the register. Like, she's just so triggered, And I just can't stand people who don't have that kind of pay. Like, you're already going out and shopping. Like, it's not just you in the store.
Yes.
Like,
it's going to see, everyone else is here. It's
people
like that
in
meme.
Lines. I don't.
It's like that. There's like this meme thing going around where everyone's like, when you go to a touristy spot and get annoyed that there's other tourists there.
Yes. like when you go to Disneyland and you get annoyed that there's lines for the ride. Like
we're all here.
Yes.
We're all here for this. You're not the only person.
And
in
ma'am,
the
you
world.
came on a Saturday. Like,
oh my God.
What did you think was going to happen?
I love going to Disneyland on a Tuesday when it's raining.
Yes. I love a rainy day Disneyland.
I love a rainy day Disneyland.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I need to try and make you laugh because you just agreed so wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I agreed with that one.
All right. We're going to play this or that today. I just thought it'd be a fun way to get to know each other a little bit more and also maybe spark a debate here or there.
I was going to say, spark a relationship?
Why do you keep wanting to date me?
Sorry.
Stop it. It's getting really confusing, Joy. I don't understand. All right. This is titled 301 This or That Questions Friends Should Ask Each Other.
Okay.
Get to know your best friend and if they have any red flags.
Okay. Can we talk at the end too if we think each other has red flags?
Yes. I will tell. In the moment, I will tell you if it's a red flag or not.
Okay, good. Please.
All right. This one relates to neither of us.
Okay.
Folklore or Evermore?
What the fuck does that mean?
Green flag.
What?
Those I believe, are Taylor Swift albums. Or eras? Are they different? Are those? I don't know the difference between. Is an era an album? I forgot.
An era.
And we're moving on.
Yeah, I'm like, an era is like a time and time, like
Her
an
eras?
era, like a point.
Okay,
of,
I only know this because I am not a
Educate me.
Swiftie, but I love a woman in power, and Taylor Swift. I love what you're doing. Continue doing it. Her music does not speak to my soul the way that it speaks to other people's souls, but I love that their souls are spoken to.
I agree with how you just said that.
Right. Okay.
It's not awful music. It just doesn't get me like going, you know?
I need a woman to tell me to shake my ass.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
But she went on an Eras tour
Okay.
that she put all of her albums in one tour, but each album is its own era.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I'm supposed to breathe with no era.
I'm thinking era, like, for me, would be like a point, like my childhood when I was in high school, being an adult.
So it's like her era was like that time. Like, she was hippie. She was
that point in her
hipster.
life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Folklore or Evermore, I believe, are two different albums. If I'm saying this incorrectly, I know.
Wait, so this is asking me two albums from Taylor Swift?
Which album would you rather?
I thought it was asking like a genre of like movies or books or something.
Oh no, there's
Evermore.
multiple. Like you'll get it. You'll Okay. So would you pick Folklore or Evermore? But I think we know your answer of what the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea the difference between the two.
Okay,
so,
good. Got it.
So far, best friends. Okay. Would you rather wait in a merch line or see the opener?
See the opener.
Oh, really?
I feel like see the opener was a huge thing for me in the beginning because I never spent money on merch. But I will say the last two concerts I went to, I actually wanted the merch and skipped the beginner. So I don't know. I think now it's more merch. Now I love a good merch shirt. Before I didn't want to spend money on merch at all.
No, I love a good merch shirt. And I never actually care for concerts in general.
Yeah.
So skip the opener would be
But
my
a lot
thing.
of the times when I went to concerts, this was pre-COVID too, is I would look for the concerts I would look at the openers because they don't always have the same opener, especially like some of the artists I would go see. And so like one time I specifically went because the opener was her. And I'm like, I want to see her. Or there was another time where it was Kehlani, I think. Like, you know, so when I know who it is, like I'm going to see that opener. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Sparkling or still water?
I love sparkling water.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's all I want to drink. Still water can never touch my lips again.
Don't get me wrong.
Fine.
I love water, period. But I want sparkling water as much as I possibly can.
I love it. That's why I have a Soda Stream.
Yes.
I love it.
I love it so much.
Oh my God. I have such a hard time drinking water, just normal, because it's so boring. All right. We're going to take a moment while I learn how to read.
Okay.
Maximalism or minimalism?
Minimalism.
Same.
Yeah.
Regardless of all the things I own.
Yeah.
If
I would say, regardless of the things I own, for the most part, I'm a minimalist. And I also have no problem giving things away or donating or throwing things away.
I have a issue, if it's been gifted to me, I have no problem getting rid of it. But if I've spent money on it, I don't want to, I've run into this so many times where I get rid of it or someone else gets rid of it for me and then I need it again. So I have to buy it again.
That's annoying.
And I'm like, I'm like run into that issue where I'm like, I don't want to keep this. I actually love when there's nothing in my house.
My rule is when I go through my things, I think to myself, if I haven't touched this in X amount of time, I'm getting rid of it. But that's mostly for like, like clothes and like hair products and like things like that.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to probably more technology stuff, like that's the kind of stuff I will hold on to until I'm like, okay, this probably doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I need to go through all my tech stuff because I buy so many different microphones and all this shit until I find one that actually works. And then I just have a drawer full of half decent microphones I'm never going to use.
No, that makes sense though, because those aren't cheap and they still work.
Yeah, so it's hard to get rid of them. I don't want to just like throw them away, so I'd rather give them to someone, and it's like a whole thing. Did you want any mics?
Yeah, I was just going to say I would love a mic.
Okay, cool. Mac or PC? I'm Mac.
I'm PC only because I have a PC and that's what I've been mainly using. But I want a Mac.
Okay,
and I know I would be a Mac person. Yeah, so I'm working my way to the Mac.
It's expensive to be a Mac person.
It is.
It's very
because I need the
expensive.
iMovie. So that's my goal with my dog walking stuff is I'm going to save some money so I can purchase myself one.
Shower or bath?
Shower. I love a shower, but
Same.
don't get me wrong though. If I'm clean and it's late at night, but I went so long without having a bath. I could only shower.
Yeah.
So honestly, I've already taken 3 baths since I've been in the house in the last week. And it feels so nice to just sit there and let the water fill up. And
I am shower all the way. Baths take too long.
I only take a bath because I want to relax. It's not.
I have other ways.
It's not to clean myself.
Oh, no. If it's to clean yourself, you're wrong because you just got unclean.
No, I always have to shower after I take a bath.
We rinse off.
But I love a good bath with a face mask, a little candle lit.
I get too hot.
Oh, I like
Abby
it.
puts me next to the window and opens it so I get some cold air coming in.
Yeah.
But I like taking baths with Abby.
Yeah.
But
you know what
if
a
I
bath
was, like,
is
chilling by myself, I would never be like,
you know what a bath
sounds
is
nice.
the best though? Is like after a long day of swimming or like being at the beach, like you're home, you're cold, like, and you just want that heat.
Takes too long to fill up.
Screaming.
Ew, I could hop in a shower and put pajamas on and get in my bed before the bath's done filling.
I get when I'm ready for the bath, I fill it up and then I like put my hair up and I have a little routine I do. So by the time I'm ready for the bath, it's ready for me. So I'm not putting the bath on and being like, I'm naked, I'm ready.
That's me. I'm sitting there buck ass naked, just waiting for that shit
So
to
funny.
overheat me.
But if I had to pick one for the rest of my life, it'd be shower all the
Shower.
way.
I love a fucking shower. Oh, I could shower.
Especially our new shower head, the one that you gave us.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, it feels so good. I've taken, I think, more showers in the last week than I've had in a long time. Not that I don't shower, but like I've been taking like 2 to 3 showers a day just to get in and just feel it.
It feels so good.
The bathroom is clean. It smells good. All my own things in there.
Yeah.
Like it's just so nice.
If you missed it, Joy moved and is now living in her own place with her boyfriend.
Yes.
But it is
a place
her
of
space.
peace.
It is her space of peace, yes. All right, 80s or 90s?
90s.
90s, of course. Orange slices or orange juice?
Orange slices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet or salty?
Salty.
Same.
We're meant for each other.
I know. Stop trying to date me. Introvert or extrovert?
That's a hard one because I feel like I'm very good at being an extroverted person, but honestly, internally, genetically, I'm driven to be an introvert, but I have done a lot of work to push myself out of that shell. But you've seen me. I still have moments where I get into that like closed shut down moment where I'm like, I just need to take a minute and be quiet and recharge myself and come back.
Yes.
But I definitely was born an introvert and have worked to be more extroverted.
I can't figure out what the fuck I am. I thought I was extrovert my entire life because I hated being alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then as I've gotten older, I also was like forced to have alone time in my adult life that I didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm fighting to get alone time because I have such a good social life.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize I recharge. I need to, I do have to shut off to
Me too.
recharge. And I can do that around other people
Mhm.
because I can just focus on my phone. And sometimes Abby will be like, baby, we have people over. I'm like, I have been working all day. I really need to recharge.
Yes.
And she's like, okay. So I just take 20 minutes where I'm sitting on my phone. And I tell people, I'm like, sorry, I'm just recharging. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. But I'm sitting right there with you all.
Yeah. I would say, I think you and I are very similar in that way too, because when we're together and we have those moments, we don't even have to communicate about it. We're
No.
both in silence, just sitting there.
Yeah. I think we're extroverted introverts.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Devin's that.
Yeah.
And I've found that that's actually a way more common thing than people realize. They love being social. They can be the life of the party. They can be charming and outgoing. But to recharge, but
it's
they
also
gotta
draining.
have a moment. Yeah.
I can't understand people who get charged by being social.
Cedar's like that.
Yes, because for me, it just drains me. So that's how I know I am definitely a little bit more introverted than extroverted.
And I do realize though, like I can recharge with Abby. Like it's just like a solo, like just her and I, calm. And because I don't have to put any energy. You and her, I don't have to put any energy into.
That's what I love too about my relationship with Dylan. I feel like he's the same way. We don't have to be constantly chatting or aware. You know what I mean? Like we can just sit there and watch TV and be quiet or be on our phones too.
I love being on my phone.
Me too.
Abby and I will be like, oh, let's hang out tonight and get in bed and watch a movie. And then we both just end up silent on TikTok, our own TikToks, because it's like we both had just had we're so drained. And we're like, let's. Cuddling, watching movies sounds great, but we can't even get that far.
Right. You still have to shut your brain off a little bit.
All right. Friends or Seinfeld?
Friends.
I'd say same.
Yeah.
I think I get more enjoyment from that for sure. McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Fuck it. Yeah, okay.
I hate McDonald's.
Oh.
I'm not a McDonald's. I mean, I can eat McDonald's breakfast, like if we need a breakfast.
Okay, whoa.
But
McDonald's breakfast and McDonald's are two separate things.
Thank you.
Oh my God, completely different
I can't
things.
tell you the last time I've actually had like a lunch item from, I can't even eat there.
No, we can't eat there because
No.
everything's cooked in meat fat.
Yeah.
But when I did eat McDonald's, I have always had a thing. McDonald's French fries are the only French fries in the entire world that I do not want to put in ketchup.
Really?
Because I think they're so overly salted.
Yeah. I will. McDonald's French fries are good though.
Oh, by themselves,
They're
but you do not dip them in ketchup.
No, it's too salty. Yeah, I agree.
And I love ketchup. It's my favorite food.
That's so funny.
Like any other French fry, I want to just smother in ketchup. But McDonald's, I'm like, they're doing something weird.
I like to dip the, well, they put, it's like beef fat and all this stuff, but I used to love dipping their fries in the buffalo sauce.
I've never been a buffalo sauce fan.
Oh, I love.
Abby's trying to get me. We're on.
We make a like popcorn shrimp, but like toss it in buffalo sauce.
Ooh,
It's so good.
I love food.
Yeah, I love food too.
But Taco Bell will always win.
Number one.
It's the best fast food there is.
Absolutely. It's definitely gotten better because I remember as a kid, I was like, Taco Bell. But now,
That shit hits.
so good.
I've loved it since the day I was born.
Yeah, it's so good.
My first solid food was a McDonald's hamburger.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting.
Making healthy choices from the get-go.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather play a board game or a video game?
I would say board game because there's only one video game that I actually enjoy playing. So board game.
What's the video game you enjoy playing?
Fortnite.
That, you've told me that before, and it surprised me then, and it surprises me
I
now.
haven't played it in a long time because just busy and everything. But I can be a little gamer with my little headset.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you play with your sister.
Yeah. I used to play like Call of Duty and like all these other games and stuff, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I never understood how to do it.
But Fortnite's just fun because I won't even get into it. I'm like, it's so geeky. It's fun because it's like, yeah, it's like a shooting game like Call of Duty is, but you have all these different like characters and the worlds you're in are like super cool and you have all these cool, it's like Call of Duty is more military style and very true to like if you were actually like
a shooter.
Exactly. There's no like fantasy stuff. This one's more like fantasy. So you have all these cute little like characters and these cool little powers and like
fun.
stuff like that. So it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and
it doesn't sound as gory.
No, it is. It's not as gory and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect. All right. Take a friend on your family vacation or join their family vacation.
Join their family vacation. I would never do that to my friends.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah, you can come with me in my family.
There you go.
This says money or brains.
Ooh.
Money.
because I can always pay someone who has brains. So I honestly, almost anything you put money in next to would probably the answer be money. Unless it's like Louis or money, then it's Louis, but.
Money, people lie when they say it doesn't buy happiness.
Honestly, like, yeah, like, I don't even think that's like a fair like thing to say because it's like money just makes life easier.
It makes
and you
life
can't deny
so
that.
much
and
easier.
Easier and taking away challenges will make you another level of happiness. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Sure, the money in my life might not cure somebody in my family that has like a terminal illness, but it could give me the money to pay for their treatment. You know what I mean? Like,
or give them their final wishes
Right.
and see them smile.
Exactly. Maybe it can't add years onto my dog's life, but it could give me $50,000 to genetically clone Louis and make 6 more of him, so.
Really, the only thing she cares about in life is Louis.
He's my little precious baby angel.
Getting right down to it.
The older he gets, the more I realize, like, I'll never have another dog like him. He's so perfect.
I know. They're all all our dogs are all
I know. I
I
love them all. I'm just feeling this way because he's turning 7 this year.
Oh, so
I know.
Blaze just turned 7.
I know our boys.
You're all the same age. I think he's got some like scab on his
Little
face.
From Jeter and him
Yeah,
playing.
every time he plays with Jeter, he has a
Probably.
new scab or scratch or something.
Probably.
Oh, anyway, warm blanket or cup of hot chocolate? Warm blanket.
Yeah, warm blanket.
Why would you want your body cold
Yeah.
while you're just drinking? No.
Yeah.
East Coast or West Coast? West Coast.
West Coast, but I will say I love going to the East Coast.
I love
how
visiting.
I love how freaking real it is out there. I love all the different cultures out there.
Have you seen the cicadas happening right now on the
Yes.
East Coast or the South? In the South, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
When
Thank
when
you.
I lived in Texas, there were certain parts of the year, especially like springtime, I think it was, or summertime, where there would be so many crickets on the ground trying to go to the store. You're like just crunch, and they're
Nope.
jumping everywhere.
No, the only thing we have are earthquakes. And it's very rare.
Yeah. Even the bigger ones, we're all like, we're fine. We're like, for the most part, our buildings are built pretty well now for that kind of stuff.
They're built for earthquakes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, you know, there are, of course, some tragic things that happen and whatnot.
Fires.
But we're not dealing with hurricanes, tornadoes, cicadas, snow.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on where. I always have to remind myself, it depends on where you are in California, because there are people in California who deal with snow. There was a tornado this year.
What?
Mm-hmm. I don't know where. I can't tell you where, but it was in California. And then it was like a minor one. And then there was hurricanes this year too.
Okay. Can we all stop it with the global warming shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Serious or silly?
Silly.
Always.
Yeah. I choose to laugh than be angry.
When people just aren't happy, it's like, laugh.
Yeah.
Enjoy life.
And it's so hard too, because I'm a very like analytical person, I feel like. So it's hard when you're like silly or serious, because I'm like, well, what's the situation? Like, I want to know, you know what I mean?
I know.
But I keep telling myself, like, black and white. Like, if you had to pick one, silly, of course.
Silly.
Yeah.
I'd much rather live a silly life than a serious life.
Yeah, for sure.
Rich and famous or rich and unknown?
Rich and unknown.
Same.
Infamous all the way.
I have no desire for fame.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious that this is my job. But if someone just handed me a bunch of money, you'd never see me again.
Yeah. Or like background somehow text something or whatever, that stock something where no one knows your name. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But also if Disney, if you're watching this and you want to put me like in a Marvel movie or anything, I would do that too. So, you know.
Really?
Oh, heck yeah. I've always thought to myself, if I was going to do anything in Hollywood, I would do one Marvel movie. And you know why? Because it doesn't end there. You get a video game, they make an action figure of you, you're in Disneyland, like you're everywhere. So you make royalties off
You get to hang out with Chris Hemsworth?
Oh, exactly.
All right.
I would be a superhero for sure. I think
that
filming
is
a
a
movie like
good
that would
thing.
be fun.
And you're also like, a bunch of little kids get to look up to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
That's actually a pretty genius
That's
thing.
the only thing that I would do.
So if you're an actor or actress, do not turn down Marvel movies.
No.
Maybe
do not turn down like a superhero movie or anything. Honestly, a lot of kids stuff too, just because it goes for a long time.
I'm going to say DC is not like the coolest.
No, but Marvel is owned by Disney now. So it's like, or like a Star Wars movie, you're going to be in that
God.
forever.
Yeah.
And that's so cool for generations to come. Like, oh, that's your great, whatever.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, rich and unknown for sure. Because then you can do
unknown.
whatever you want and no one's going to bug you.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Art museum or history museum?
Art museum.
Same. Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Yep. Glass half empty or half full?
Half full.
Yep. Fiction or nonfiction?
Not nonfiction. That's real, right?
Correct.
Yes.
I prefer fiction.
Really?
I secretly like romance novels.
Good for. I like that. I can't. I think it's the analytical thing. My brain struggles with like fiction when it comes to reading. It just struggles when it comes to reading, honestly. My ADHD is real when it comes to reading. I literally have always struggled with reading, especially if it's not something I'm interested in. Like I can read 20 pages out loud and not regurgitate one thing that I just read.
A lot of people,
it's so frustrating. But if I'm reading any article about something scientific or dogs or human psychology, anything that can like advance my knowledge in some scientific way, I love that stuff. So
I
love
that for you.
That I can actually retain that information and I'm just like learning. Because I
that's
think
awesome.
It also, because my brain immediately starts, okay, like while I'm reading and taking in the information, my brain is picturing how that could apply to like my life or like whatever. Like I like stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. I mean, maybe if you wanted to get into psychology, you could.
I think I could if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I did it, I was like, this stuff is common knowledge. Yeah. This is easy. And then I was like, oh, people are struggling with this. Some stuff just comes naturally to other people.
I've had quite a few clients who were like therapists or psychologists, and after doing training sessions, they've said to me like, you sound like you could be a therapist. Did you go to school? And I'm like, nope, it's just very similar.
Yeah. It is. It's just how things work. Mm-hmm. Which is why I love it. I like knowing the reasonings.
Understanding too how your brain functions or certain animals that you own, how their brain functions, it really puts you on a whole different like vibration of just understanding and knowing, and like it gives you a lot of validation for yourself and like other people.
It gives you patience.
Yes, I think psychology should be way more like mainstream for people to understand.
It's just now becoming like a normal thing to have a therapist.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Yes, we are.
Mental health.
It's not looked at as like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, yay.
Yeah.
I was walking on the street. I was like, we were out at the bars and we were like walking down and someone's like, what are you doing tomorrow? I was like, oh, I have therapy in the morning. And some guy was walking past me. He's like,
yes. And it was you too who like I had never, we just talked about therapy trauma before this podcast. And so I had never had anyone give me this perspective or even thought this myself. But it was you who told me like a couple years ago when you said therapy can be preventative too. Like you don't have to go to therapy because something's wrong. You go to therapy just to start and to go. And I was like, oh my God, this is the same thing I say to my clients. I'm like, you can't just give them like medication and not do training. You know what I mean? Like
I always say the best time to find a therapist is when you think you don't need one.
Yes.
And then they're there. So when something does happen, they've already learned who you are. They've seen you at your neutral. Mm-hmm. And so when something goes down in your life, they have more tools and knowledge to help you deal with it.
Yes.
And so like my therapist has seen me at lows and at highs and in borings. Mm-hmm. And so she knows how I function.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. And because nothing really is going on in my life, I see her every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of every 1 week. And so I just like catch her up on everything that's going on. And so it's just like kind of like she's like, okay, and how do I feel? I'm like, good, I did this and this. And she'll be like, okay, that's great. Or she'll be like, okay, maybe next time do this. And that's it.
That's so nice. We have a good relationship with your therapist. That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have been with her 4 years.
Yeah. Wow.
You
guys are practically married.
I don't even know her last name.
It's so funny. Have you ever seen her face? Like
I've never, we do FaceTimes, but I've never seen her in person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She lives in California?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to out her of anything. I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah. Do that.
I don't know if everything she does is correct above board travel wise.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay.
Got it. She shall be called Jane Doe.
Yes, there it is. But I do, because I started going to her in 2020.
Okay.
So everything was virtual.
Yeah.
And
prime time 2020. Yeah.
And so she's just like stuck with that. I think a lot of therapists have.
Yeah.
There's a lot that do both. I know that Abby's does both in person and
I bet it's nice though, virtual like that. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can still like end the call, be at your house or your work or whatever you're at and continue your day.
Yeah. But I think there is something different about seeing someone face to face and being there for them.
I know somebody that was like very adamant about like, no, I want to be able to go in person.
Yeah.
Like some people just find more value in that, which that makes sense too.
There are some weeks where I'm so thankful it's online. Mm-hmm. And then there's some I'm like, I wish I could just like go. When there's people in my house, this is when I wish I could just go to an office, is because sometimes we have like 4 people staying at our house and I have online therapy, but the service in my area is so shitty.
Yeah.
That I can't FaceTime or Zoom unless I'm on my Wi-Fi, but I can't because I can't be here.
Yeah.
There's so many people here. I'm like, this would be just easier if I could fucking go to her office and talk to her face.
I could understand that situation.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who don't have a safe space to do FaceTime and stuff.
That's true.
All right, we'll move on. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Funny story or one-liner?
Funny story.
Same. Loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Loud neighbors.
Loud. Oh, don't fucking be nosy.
Don't give me a nosy all day. Loud, I don't care. I'll deal with it. You're fine.
And they make earplugs.
Yeah.
I don't care. Oh, man.
I'm not one of those neighbors who cares about sound at all. I don't care if your dog's barking. I don't care if your baby's crying. I don't care if you're weed whacking at 3 a.m. in the morning. That is your house that you pay to live in. You do what you need to do.
Do what you fucking want.
Just don't be nosy. Don't bother me. Don't bother my dogs. Fine.
I love my neighbors across from me. We have a very neutral, unspoken thing where we're like, hey, what's up? And then if we need something, we're like, hey, by the way, like, do you know about this tree or something like that? And we will help if something's going down. But when we don't ask questions.
Yeah.
So sometimes they're like, hey, I'm going out of town. Just so you know. We're like, okay, great. And I'll be like, yep, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. It is like the best relationship ever. And sometimes they throw huge parties and like, you can stop by if you want, grab a drink. And I'm like, cool. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
But we are not nosy, but we are there for each other.
Yeah, which I think it's how it should be. When I see those videos on TikTok of people who have gotten awful neighbors, that's one of my worst nightmares.
Oh, God. I've got some around me that are particular. And I'm like, bitch, I don't live in an HOA for a reason.
Right, 100%.
I own this house. Mm-hmm. My trees can be whatever length they want. My vines can do whatever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. And if it touches your property, you have every right to chop it down.
Yeah.
On your side.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's it. If you don't like my plant,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah. If you don't like looking at it, put a wall up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
as long as
allowed
it's on your property, not bothering anyone else, they just leave me alone.
I can paint my fence whatever color I want.
Yes. I saw this post that was so funny. It was like this guy who has his boat on his driveway. And the caption said something about like, the people in the neighborhood in the city were complaining about like his boat and it just doesn't look good on the street or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they want him to put a fence up.
I saw that.
Yeah, so they put a fence up and they painted the boat.
A real life,
It
realistic
looked so
painting
real.
of the boat. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I loved it. I was like, thank you.
Yes. So petty.
I love that. I have a really hard time. I always want to be a good neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
So like I do, if someone's like, by the way, your bush is doing this thing. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take care of it. Like, and then, but if you keep just being annoying, I'm just gonna
It's
get
like the
fed
neighbor
up.
at your old house, right?
I had several shitty neighbors in my old
Yeah.
house. The only ones I liked were the family across from us because we just did the wave.
Yeah.
That was it.
They gave you no reason to not like them.
Yep. And I gave it one day. I was like, hey, I don't want this basketball hoop anymore. And I noticed yours broke. Do you want ours? They're like, that'd be great. Great.
Wheeled it over. Yeah.
Done.
There you go.
This is the only interaction I ever had with them. And I was
Nice.
like, they're great. Their son played basketball out in the front yard all the time. I didn't care. His basketball bounced all the time. I didn't care. I was like, he is out there getting exercise and fresh air.
Mhm. When there's people who literally call the cops on kids for literally having fun.
So fucking dumb.
So crazy.
Yeah. All right. We'll do a
Next.
couple more. Would you rather be embarrassed or be afraid? That's a tough one.
I think embarrassed because I think of embarrassed as in at least I tried.
I think I'd rather be afraid.
I feel like I have this big thing with fear where like fear really, I believe fear can really hinder you from a lot of things, keep you from like, fear can be
So
very
can embarrassment.
toxic. Yeah, embarrassment can too, but I feel like when I think embarrassment, like I said, I feel like embarrassed because maybe I tried, like when I tried to make my Jurassic Park joke and you and Abby were like, what? And I was like, ha, just kidding. Like I think I would rather feel that way than be afraid and let my fear like hold me back in life.
The thing is, I could be embarrassed or I could be afraid and I could still do what I need to get done regardless of those feelings.
Okay.
I feel like the thought of embarrassment would keep me up at night and the thought of being afraid wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah, I could see. I think we're thinking of like specific scenarios too
Yeah.
that are making us pick. Because
Yeah.
putting it that way, I'm like, yeah, I think I would choose fear too. I think I could choose fear, but I like to conquer fear. So I almost feel like it's not fair to choose fear because I'm
Okay.
like, I'll choose fear because I'm like, I'll just figure it out,
Yeah, I guess it depends on what. It's hard to embarrass me and it's also hard to make me scared.
Yeah, true.
So I think is what are you being afraid? It's those things where
Yeah,
you're like,
that one's hard. That one's not black or white
am
for
I
me.
in a tent and there's a man with a gun outside?
Right.
Obviously, I'd rather be embarrassed than afraid.
Yeah, right.
But if it's like I accidentally shit my pants on stage in front of 2,000 people, I'd rather be afraid
I
than
also feel
embarrassed.
like embarrassed and afraid go hand in hand.
Yeah, I'm afraid of being embarrassed.
Right. But if you're embarrassed, like,
Like I'd rather be afraid of a spider in the corner of my room
yeah.
than be embarrassed because I was a big goddamn idiot.
Yeah.
And now people are going to remember me for that.
Yeah, that one I can't. That one,
Yeah, I think it
don't
depends.
like that one.
It depends. I think we have to get too into it on that
I
one.
don't like that one.
All right, passenger or driver? I always prefer to be the driver.
I want to say driver. I'm mainly the driver.
Okay.
Yeah, driver.
This one's I love or money.
Love.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, same, but I just was
Love for sure.
love. All right.
Yeah, for
Louis,
sure.
love, money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louis is love.
But God damn it, he takes your money.
Yeah. Oh, give it all to him.
Friends or family?
Friends.
My friends are my family.
Exactly.
Cop out way of
Yes.
answering that one.
Well, I mean, you know my family.
Yeah, no, friends
I
for
mean-
you, for sure.
No, that's hard because when I guess I have to start, I told myself I'm going to start thinking when I hear the word family, I'm not thinking like family. I'm thinking my sisters.
Yes.
And my brother, and like that's my family. Although my friends are too. I have to say both because my friends are my family.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
All right. Rain or snow?
Rain. Snow.
To live, rain. To go play, snow.
Well, you snowboard.
I snowboard.
When I'm thinking snow, I'm like someone wants to make a snowman, and that I tried that once, and it was an awful experience for me. So, but But I did like skiing. Snowboarding looks like a lot of fun. So in that case, snow. But so far, me and snow don't have a good relationship. So I choose rain.
I have to say you were probably not well equipped when you went out into snow to build a snowman.
I mean, I had gloves and everything, but
were you in snow
were
pants and snow boots and snow jackets, or were you just in winter stuff?
I was in winter stuff, but it wasn't actively snowing and it was in Texas, but it was still very fucking cold. It was like negative degrees. But I mean, we were like packing the like first part of the snowman and I'm like, we got 2 more layers of this. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm going to say you kind of have to have the accurate, the correct attire.
Yeah. I don't like my hands getting super cold. My face.
See, if you had the right stuff, that wouldn't happen.
maybe it would be more
Your
fun.
body stays warm, your hands stay warm and dry.
But I love driving like my dog. All my dogs I've ever owned. I've always driven up to like Fresno with them. I've brought snow like stuff. I just don't want to live in it.
I would never live in snow.
Yeah.
No.
That's
I would get so annoyed with that shit.
And that's why Dylan's like, I would love to live in Montana. And I'm like, nope.
Driving in it, not a chance.
Nope.
I hate it. We drive up to Mammoth, I park, and then I'm there.
Yeah.
And I don't move that car again until it's time to leave.
It used to snow in Dallas when I lived out there, and I would have to drive in it, black ice, all that stuff. Yeah, I hate it.
No, thank you. Not for me.
Nope.
All right. Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
I'd rather be too cold because I can always put more stuff on.
Same.
Being too hot makes me angry.
Oh, this camera keeps turning off.
That sucks.
Motherfuckers. All right, I'm going to turn it on to say goodbye to you. Hold
Okay.
on. Guys, I don't know if I need to buy new batteries or a new camera because this is just bullshit. It keeps... Okay, are there tech people out there? What's better, Sony or Canon? Because I've had Canon cameras, and Joy and I were just talking about this. Canon cameras, I've never had an issue with those, but this is my second or third Sony, but I don't know if it's because I bought this, like, it was used but like new on Amazon because it looked like someone had just bought it and returned it and didn't use it or something. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's the batteries or what the fuck's up, but it just keeps overheating and shutting off. I can't get through a fucking podcast today.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to cut it short because my camera's gonna keep dying.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties.
It was still that, but I would like to end it with, you have a lot of green flags.
So do you. I don't think really we disagreed on anything.
No, we really didn't.
And if anything, we choose opposite. It like was kind of like.
Well, we both struggled on the
help.
same ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop trying to date me.
Man. You know what this means?
I'm busy.
Fingers feeling a little empty.
You think I'm gonna propose to you?
I mean,
no.
After this one, I'm wifey material.
Oh my god! All right, I love you guys.
I told you I'm gonna change your name in my phone to husband.
Oh, I want to be a wife. I don't want to be a husband.
Okay, I'm gonna
Joy.
change to wifey.
Thank you.
I just say husband because you always fix things for me and build things for me. But wives do that too. That was
sexist.
Check myself.
Check yourself.
Ew, husbands. You're right. You're a wifey.
Thank
What's wrong
you.
with me?
Don't put me in that category.
Ugh. I just gross myself.
That was a red
out.
flag. Your first red flag of the whole freaking
no,
day.
but I took it back.
I know.
Immediately by myself without
Beige.
being corrected.
It'll be a beige flag.
No, that's green. that big of a correction? That's as big a green. Y'all tell me that's
true.
as green as these plants.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're fake plants though.
Yeah.
All right. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Please follow. Please leave your questions down below for next week. And follow Joy on Instagram at
Jump for Joy Training.
Jump for FUR.
Yes.
Jump for Joy Training.
Jump for Joy.
And then on TikTok, it's just Jump for Joy.
Yes.
Okay. You got rid of the double J, I saw.
Yeah, because I wanted to just be Jump for Joy.
Yeah.
But I also hated the double J, so I'm just going to add the training.
Got it.
And that's my website too, Jump for Joy Training. So.
Done. Got it. That makes sense.
And my LLC.
Look at you go. She's a businesswoman.
I'm professional. I got QuickBooks and everything. Shout out QuickBooks.
Buy your own ring.
Well, I just got myself a car, so.
That's so great.
Yes.
So great. So many big moves.
I know, and a home. We're working
at that.
on everything.
Good job. All
Thank
right.
you.
Blaze, do you have anything to say?
No.
Nah, I can lick your faces if you want. All right, I love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet where you can find the uncensored version of me, Rachel Ballinger. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, or follow, or do whatever this platform tells you to do so that you can get notified every time I post a new episode. Love ya!